everyone. In this video I want to do something different. I recently purchased an audio interface to plug in my bass and electric guitars into my computer. It's this interface here. It's called the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, the 3rd generation. I bought it for $109.99 off of Sweetwater, but you can also find it on Amazon. But the reason I didn't buy it off of Amazon was because it was out of stock until mid-January essentially. And Sweetwater had it in stock and it was the same price. So I decided to go with Sweetwater, which has awesome customer support. I think the day after I bought it, I got a phone call from a sales engineer there who said that the audio interface and some other things I purchased were on the way, which is really cool from a customer service point of view. I bought this interface here because my little brother recently bought a similar one, well actually the exact same one, and he says it's really awesome to practice because you can plug in your guitar into your computer and then put headphones on, and besides just being able to play back and hear what your guitar sounds like, you can also get different software and amp modeling software and get a bunch of different sounds from your guitar really easily. So in this video I want to unbox, once again, it's called the Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3rd generation. I want to do an unboxing video, install some drivers, and try to get sound through it. So let's jump into it. Okay, so let me unbox the Scarlett Solo audio interface. But before that, we can look at the box, just some of the specs that are written on the box. So it's the 3rd generation 2-in, 2-out USB audio interface, and it's a 24-bit 109 kilohertz. I believe that has to do with delay or something like that. I'm not going to be recording as far as I can tell, so that doesn't really matter to me, the latency. Let me go ahead and open this box here. Alrighty, and here it is. It's a bit smaller than I expected, even though I've seen it before, but it gets the job done, so I don't mind. So what's inside the box? You have your audio interface. It's packaged up in a plastic wrap, and then you have some instructions here on the box that you can read, and then also there's this box here that just includes a cable. So it looks like it's a USB-C to a USB 2.0 probably, that we will use to plug the audio interface into our computer. Okay, so I just straightened out this cable just so it's not as bent. Okay, and let's see what else is in here. It doesn't look like anything else is in here. So I'm going to go ahead and set this box aside for now, and then we can unpackage. Here's some more information if you need that. Let me try to get, there we go. You can pause it and read this here. Oops. There we go. Some locale information. Hopefully that wasn't my serial number, but here is the front of the box again. Okay, so I'm going to set the box aside, and let's get to unwrapping this audio interface. So I'm just going to take this plastic off. Just like that. Be sure to eat this little thing here. It says do not eat, but it's because they don't want you to try it and know how good it is. That was obviously a joke. Don't eat those little packets.
Okay, so here it is. It's a very nice candy red color. It feels really good in the hand. It feels like it's solidly built. Feels kind of like an Apple product with the aluminum or whatever metal it is outside, and then glass. Here it is. Pretty small. Here's my hand. I have a large hand, but still, it's still in a small interface. So let's go ahead and plug it in. So take your cable. I'm assuming the USB-C end. So this end here. This end. You're going to want to plug into the back here. So actually, let's look at the ports. So it looks like there's a Kensington lock, or whatever it's called. It's so that you can lock your devices. You should have one on your computer as well, so you can lock it to your desk so it doesn't get stolen. Here's your USB-C here. You have your line inputs or outputs. These are to your speakers, your right and left. So it does output in stereo. You have an XLR port here. You have your phantom power, so plus 48 volts. You have a gain knob for the first input and also for input 2. You have a monitor switch here. What's cool is once we plug it in, you can see that these knobs have lights, so it's really easy to tell what's going on just by looking at it. Here's monitor switch. There's a direct monitor button here and a headphone port. Okay, so you take your USB-C and you plug it into the back, just like that. Okay, so now that the audio interface is plugged into our computer, we're going to install drivers for it. As I was looking for where to buy this specific model, I saw in Sweetwater that they do list you do need drivers, updated drivers, because Windows might not find the correct drivers that you need. So let me go to Sweetwater's site, as you can see here, and find a link to the drivers. Let me actually go to Focusrite Scarlett 3rd Gen drivers for Windows 10. There we go. There we go. So when you go to downloads here, I also read that you're going to have to specify your serial number. So you pick your brand, choose the product. Ours was the audio interface, the Scarlett, 2 in, 2 out. There we go, 3rd gen. That looks like ours, unless there's a Solo. Let me check the box. It's the Solo, so it's this one here. Let's go ahead and choose Scarlett 2 in, 2 out, 3rd gen. I'm not sure if both of these fields are mandatory, but let me go ahead and choose the same one here, 3rd gen. Oh, so we can see here. Here's the software. So I believe this is the driver. Hopefully this is the driver. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. If it's not the driver, then we'll find the driver from somewhere else. Let me go ahead and click that. Click yes. Hit next. Accept this. Next. I'll accept the default. So I want the USB driver here, Focusrite control and USB driver. Yeah, I'm not plugging into a Thunderbolt port. There we go. I might as well do full installation in case I ever do in the future. Let me install this really quickly. I believe it's going to ask to reboot. There it is. Reboot the computer. Okay, so I will click yes, reboot the computer now, and finish. So my screen recording will go offline as the computer reboots. So let me launch this Focusrite application here. So we have our input settings, our output routing. Let's sample rate 48 kilohertz. Okay. Restore factory defaults. Okay, let's see if we can plug something in and get an input signal or get something playing. So I'm going to plug in my bass guitar and see if I can play and then hear myself in my speakers. Okay, so I'm getting a signal. As you can see, when I pluck the string, you get a green light on the gain knob. So the reason why I can't hear it is because I don't have headphones plugged in and my speakers plugged into my computer, not into this audio interface. That should be all the setup you need to do. So just, once again, take out your audio device and your cable and then plug it into a USB port on your computer and plug the USB-C end into the audio interface. And then you want to go on Focusrite's website and choose the model of your audio interface and then download the drivers for it. And then you want to make sure to do the full installation, which includes the drivers, because the Focusrite control software doesn't include the drivers for it. You also might need to do a firmware update if your audio device is out of date. But that should be it, and your device should work out of the box. I might do a video later on setting up bias effects for the Scarlett Solo, because that is the program I'll be using, but that is for another video. So once again, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have questions in the comments and I'll try to be as helpful as possible. Thanks.